Hello, everybody. We are back again live from Talk Football Live. I have with me Charles, Diego, and my good self, Ayo. We're here with you guys to look at the quarterfinals for Euro 2024. It's crazy to think it's 2024. By the way, if you haven't yet, please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us, and hope you guys have been enjoying the Euros as much as we have. We've talked about it a little bit, right? About how there's a weak side of the bracket and there's a strong side of the bracket. And the strong side of the bracket has thrown up some amazing, amazing games that are kicking us off today. So we'll be looking at all the games. First off is going to be Spain, Germany, which I think, according to everyone, have been the best two teams so far in the Euros. And then we also have France facing off against Portugal later today. Charles, Biodon, how are you guys feeling today?
Great, great. We're ready.
Very well. We're doing very well. Ready for
Awesome.
another wonderful day of football matches. Yes.
All right, so let's dive right into it. Let's look at these two strong teams that have so far impressed us. Spain have an unbeaten record.
Mm,
So far, they've won all their games. Germany as well haven't, although they did draw their third game in the group stages. What do you guys think look going into this game? I feel the winner of the tournament comes from this game. What do you think, Charles? I know you picked Germany as well. Are you still sticking with them, or have your allegiances shifted now?
nah. You know, when I make my predictions at the beginning of season, and not season, beginning of the tournament, before the tournament even starts, I always stick to it all through. And like you said, the winner of the tournament is probably in this game. So I agree with you. Although I don't know why they didn't save this game for a Saturday when we are all relaxed, eating chips and being able to just watch without worrying about work. But regardless, Spain Germany, I think could be the game of the tournament. Actually, it sounds like a final, but hey, it's coming early, so we'll take it. But yeah, I'm sticking to my prediction. I know Spain is arguably or debatably the best team of the tournament so far, but Germany will have to step up to beat them, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I'm sticking with Germany.
Biodun, what do you think? Are you sticking with Germany as well? I know you had a different team, but you've been worried about this how good Spain has looked so far.
Yeah, I mean, I want to make sure you're saying what I actually said at the beginning. I
Uh-huh.
supported Germany from the very beginning. I am sticking with Germany. I understand that this
Okay.
is off fixture. Um, I am prepared for whatever happens. I don't mind to be wrong. I've been wrong before. I just don't remember when. But it's possible that the thing is, whoever wins this game, I'll be all right. And whoever
Mm,
wins this game, I will probably, I agree with Charles that that team might probably go ahead and win the tournament because these are the very two top teams that we've seen in this competition so far. Spain defense has not really been tested. Can it be tested by Germany? Is that force power from Harvard enough to get through that midfield, that Spain's midfield, and get to the defense? And we saw the attempt from Georgia. They could have easily scored more than one. So I'm hoping that the quality finish from Germany will make it a difficult game. Then the defense from Germany has also been a strong one. So Rudiger is an outstanding defender, and I'm hoping that it will be a tough game against Spain. This Spanish side, these guys are very good on one-on-ones. So the Germany team has to be very ready to defend very well. It's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be a great game. I don't know why Charles is busy around that period, but whatever it is, you need to clear your calendar. Let's enjoy the game.
that's it.
So who are you taking to win this game then, Biodun?
Like I said, I'm sticking with Germany. It will be painful if I come out wrong, but I'm sticking with Germany, and I'm going with a 3-2 scoreline for Germany.
Okay. So
And you know
I'm
what?
I'm the only, I'm
Just
the
to
only
jump,
one who seems to expect Spain to go through then.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
Biodu and I rarely agree, but it's funny we both pick Germany to win, so it's quite interesting.
Maybe that's why. So let me ask you guys this then, right? Where does Germany win this game? What does Germany have? Where is the battle going to be in? or where do we see the matchups that maybe gives Germany the advantage in this fixture?
Uh, I mean, I can go first. I think the home crowd, it's one. The home crowd will be there to cheer them on, being the host country. I think for the fact that they are also thirsty to win this tournament, same as Spain, I think that's also a motivation for them to go further. But I see opportunities from players like Musiala, uh, and I see a ball across the midfield over to Harvard that could give them an opportunity to break through that Spanish midfield. So I'm looking at Musiala, I'm looking at Kai Havertz, and I'm looking at Tony Cruz that can make those quick decisions to make those pass, get through the midfield.
Okay, so you think Germany wins in the midfield then? Something that I'm saying though is the fact that, like you said, Spain is very good on one-on-ones. You're going to have Nico Williams coming up against Joshua Kimmich, right? On the attacking side, on the left for Spain. And on the right side, you're having Lamine Yamal, who is, one of the kids I love watching these days. Like that kid is completely fearless. Do you really think? And like you said, right, Spain's defense hasn't been tested, but again, I think that's like you said, it's almost impossible to go past Rodri.
Hmm.
So again, I ask, does the midfield then have enough to deliver and get past Rodri?
Charles, you want to take that?
Um, does the midfield have not deliver and get past Rodri? I think they do. I was going to address the home crowd thing Biodu mentioned earlier. I think that's really where Germany may win because realistically, both teams have a lot of things going for them. You look at Spain's strength on the wings with Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. You can say Germany has strength too with the likes of Leroy Sané, you know. And
Mm,
honestly, I also think the likes of Fulkrug and Havertz up front or wherever Havertz is going to play also play a big part. But to answer your question of do they have what it takes to get past Rodri? Yes, they do. Because
okay.
I think on the wings, they don't have to go through the middle to get past Rodri. They don't have to go to the middle to get past the Spanish defense or their basically to get to their goalpost. So realistically, Rodri is solid, but it's still one man. And
Mm,
I think they just as we're talking about it, they would know that Rodri is someone they have to get past. So they need to plan for that. So
okay.
I think Rodri will not be an issue. They may try to get past him in the middle. I mean, they have to the cruise. So the getting past Rodri may not even be something that's to do in the weeks. They may not have to do it directly in contact with Rodri. Long true passes can work.
Gotcha.
So I think there's always a way around it. And with the support of the home crowd, like Biodu mentioned, I think Germany can take care of this.
Okay,
Yeah,
so what I'm hearing from you guys is it seems balanced, and on the balance of it, the home crowd probably gives Germany the advantage. Both teams have their tools to hurt each other.
Yeah.
Got it. Do you have a score prediction, Charles? Because I think Bjorn gave us a bold prediction, or was it you who said the prediction of 3-2?
I did.
Nah.
Bjorn gave us Bjorn, who never gives a score prediction, boldly gave
I,
us a score prediction today. So, Charles, what's yours?
I'm
Is it
going
going
to
to be as close?
say 1-1 and it goes to penalties.
Wow. Okay.
See,
Okay.
even
So
bolder than Biodu's prediction, right?
yeah. All right, all right. We spent quite a bit of time on this. Let's move on to Portugal, France, which is again another cracker. Again, two of the favorites on the same side of the bracket. Whoever wins this game faces off against who wins that Spain Germany match. So it just keeps getting harder and harder. Portugal, France. What do you guys make of this fixture?
uh, I'll start with this one. Portugal, France. I actually think before I even say who's going to win, let's talk about Portugal. Oh no, correction. Let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, who is Portugal. Ronaldo, we know has passed his prime. Everyone knows Ronaldo has passed his prime. I don't know if Ronaldo knows he's past his prime. I don't know if Roberto Martinez knows Ronaldo is past his prime. But realistically, I personally think this is something people have said in the past. I try to subscribe to. But watching them these Euros, I actually think they are weaker with Ronaldo up front. I haven't seen. He's past his prime. We can't really blame him. He's getting to his 40s, so you don't expect him to do what he used to do. But I expect him to step up and make changes when changes are needed. I think for a game this big, I personally would not start Ronaldo. Everything I've seen Ronaldo do up front in this tournament is just get the ball, pass it back. You know, slight touches here and there, fall in the penalty box, you know, complain to the referee. He hasn't done what a striker should do, and he's playing the striker role. So I think that alone is a weakness for Portugal. Now, saying that, Portugal's performance today depends on if Ronaldo starts or not. If he starts, they don't have a chance. If he doesn't start, if what's the other guy's name? Whose name always keep my mind? The young chap.
Conceição?
Sorry?
Conceição.
Not Conceição. There's a striker on the bench that comes in once in a while for Ronaldo. He came in during the World Cup and performed. That was one of the times we realized it was that good. But anyways, if he can start, I think they have a better chance. But what I'm trying to say is this is not a campaign against Ronaldo. This is a campaign for Portugal. Portugal has a chance against France if they start someone who will give them force in front. Ronaldo is there. His presence is captivating. I get it. But he's not really doing what they need the striker to do anymore like he used to. So my prediction is France wins 3-1 if you want to give a scoreline. And if Ronaldo plays, it's going to be easy, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Okay. Bjorn, over to you.
So to start off, I put down France to go through. That was because of the last game Portugal played, which was a little bit disappointing. That game went to penalties. I agree with you that they might be a bit weaker with Ronaldo, but I also understand the difficulties and the challenges that come with having Ronaldo on the squad, right?
Yeah,
it's challenging for managers, and they are trying their best to manage that situation. This guy wants to be part of everything. He doesn't believe the fact that it makes the team weaker. He doesn't accept it. But there's an element that it makes the team. I mean, how can you have folks like Joao Felix on the bench, right? Pedro Neto on the bench. These are, even though Neto might be struggling from injury, but these are guys that I think they have pace at this moment more than Ronaldo. And that team has players to play a different dimension than having Ronaldo on top. They could play with a force snap. They have Joao Felix, like I said, they have Neto, they have Neves, you know, they have all these guys that come in.
Are you saying they should play to accommodate Ronaldo? Change the system to accommodate
No,
Ronaldo?
no. I'm not saying that. That is what has been happening. That's the reality. The manager has been playing to accommodate Ronaldo. In the last game, he didn't sub him. Fine, he all finished well. So at this point that you are playing France, you're gonna be coming against Saliba, you're gonna be coming against Super Meccano. You're gonna have to fall down on the ground and have to cry to the referee to give you fouls, because that's what he basically did in the last game. I'm a fan of Ronaldo, I like him, but you need to understand that, you know, you got to create chance for the team to win. And I don't think he's that kind of player that is willing to do that. And I don't think the manager is big enough to make that call. The manager is no Ancelotti that can make that tough call, right? This is a manager that tries to accommodate Ronaldo. So having looked at that dynamics, I put France up to go through. I think, even though I feel like one-on-one, Portugal has a very good squad, honestly. Bernardo Silva, Leao. These are guys that can run, that have pace. But I still think that somehow the formation will let Portugal down and France will go through 2-1.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I was referring to Goncalo Ramos.
Oh, okay.
Goncalo Ramos. Yes.
That's up front if they want to win.
You know, it's interesting. I'm the one who normally favors France, but today, for some reason, maybe it's because of the fact I'm in Portugal, but at the moment, I'm feeling slightly biased towards Portugal, and this might be unpopular opinion, but I don't rate Roberto Martinez.
We all do.
Me neither.
Okay, so nobody does, and I feel like I need to find who his PR team is, because He reminds me a lot of Marcuse. Do you guys remember Marcuse?
Yep, yep,
We haven't seen him around, but Marquise was one of those guys as well who I didn't rate personally, but always seemed to get big jobs,
yep,
right?
yep,
And Roberto Martinez seems to be doing the same thing. I mean, after what he did with his time at Belgium, who I think by everyone's standards and opinions underperformed a golden generation,
yep.
he has another golden generation. Portugal has two solid teams in this time that we're in. Teams, I mean, they could take either team to the Euros and we would expect either team to do relatively well. So
Mm-hmm.
to not be able to find a team that could potentially get to the final, I mean, the two of you have looked at this and said, because we have a manager who is unlikely to bench Ronaldo, who is unlikely to make the decisions that are necessary to win the games, Portugal might lose to France in the quarterfinals, which I think would be a disappointment because France haven't looked that good in this tournament. In fact, are yet to score any goal if memory serves me right. The only
Yep,
goal they scored has been a deflected goal and a goal from the penalty spot
yep.
so far. So, meanwhile, you guys, listed all the names and all the talent that Portugal has. I personally, I respect Ronaldo. I'm not going to get into the whole Ronaldo Messi debate, but I respect immensely what Ronaldo has achieved through his career, especially the way he galvanized the team to win Euros when Portugal did. And if I were Ronaldo, I would expect him to bench himself in this game because I think his behavior from last time around, wanting to take every free kick, wanting to take the penalty, was a bit too much. It seemed like he was trying to put a bit too much on himself.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with Charles. If Ronaldo doesn't start today, I think Portugal wins. If they don't, France also have a solid defense. It just might be enough to get them through to do whatever they need to do to again progress onto the semis. So
Yep.
there we have it. All right, let's go on to the other teams. We're now facing um, Netherlands, Turkey tomorrow.
Mm.
Thoughts on that? Netherlands,
Netherlands
do they
talk.
continue their match or does Turkey continue their surprising, amazing football with the
Let
likes
me
of Adagula and Kokchun and Chalanoglu?
for Netherlands Turkey.
Yeah.
I think
Hmm.
this may be the most unpredictable amongst the four fixtures.
Really? Hmm. Why do you say that?
Because what you just said, because of what Turkey has been doing. Turkey has been shocking us. Let's put it that way.
Hmm.
After watching them against Austria, so before then, when we were in the group stages, we were like, maybe they're just pulling a little weight here and there. But after watching them against
Hmm.
Austria, and some people may say maybe they got lucky. I think they scored in the first minute, and then
Hmm.
Austria pummeled them all through the game, but they were still able to score a second goal. After watching them against Austria, I think there's something in there. Now, they will not be, they may have a few, like say, local, a few superstars here and there. What's his name? The young boy up front playing for side.
Adagula.
You know. But I think they have the momentum with them. They have, I guess, a little faith and a little luck working for them. I think they may have something against Netherlands. Now, Netherlands, the Orange Boys, superstars, Cody Gakpo is on the form of his life. This is
Hmm.
why it's unpredictable because on paper it looks like it's Netherlands, but I think an upset can happen. Now, if an upset, what I'm trying to say is an upset is going to happen. It's in this game, my opinion. Am I going to
Hmm.
predict Turkey would win? Yeah, no, maybe not. Maybe I'll say two. That's because I'm trying to be a little realistic. But if Turkey wins, I would not be surprised.
Better.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak too much on this one. If you're looking for an upset, that's fine. Turkey can give it the upset, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Netherlands takes this one 2-0. I think so.
Hmm.
They have to. They have the quality, and they will not underrate Turkey. Seeing the Austria Turkey game, and they will come
Yeah.
out fighting. And if they take it seriously from the very beginning to the end, they will win this game.
All right. So I think I'm gonna go with you as well, Beto. I think Netherlands go through. It will be a very good game. I think we will go to extra time in this game, actually. But I think ultimately Netherlands will have just enough to make it through. All right, and the last but not the least, I flipped it because I wanted to save some time for this English team, right? So we're going to England, and they are facing off against Switzerland. Is this the team that brings it home, quote unquote, because this is not the World Cup, or do they go back home in this fixture against Switzerland?
Okay.
Biodun?
All right. Okay. England was lucky to still stay in this competition. That is the fact. Did they do well to stay in this competition? Yes, they did. Fighting to the very last minute, coming back. Bellingham doing what he really should have been doing from the beginning of this competition. Is he going to do it again? Yes. But I picked Switzerland just to declare my prediction here. Switzerland is going to go through 2-1. They're going to beat England. I don't expect England to turn things around. They have a good squad, but I also think they've been overhyped. I have said that from the very beginning. The media hype is too much. You don't allow these boys to concentrate. Foden, I don't think. I think it would be best playing at club level than national level. I think this movement around getting into Southgate's heads, I think he should just stick to his style. We already know that's who he is. He's a very conservative coach. Play your mind. Don't let that distract you. If you cannot accommodate Palmer, that's your responsibility, right? If you can accommodate Palmer, make that bold decision. It's up to you. Don't let the media tell you how to run your team. But I think the team itself, I don't see that confidence in that team to even bring it home. So forget all this hype of talented young boys. I think it's just the media hype thing. Switzerland is a strong and solid team, and
Yeah.
I think they are coming there to punish England. There might be some luck in there for England. Maybe if they score first, maybe they might be able to go ahead and make this thing up. But if Switzerland should score first, that's probably going to be the end for England. Um,
Fair,
you have
fair enough.
your- yeah, go ahead, Charles.
But see, I think I agree with you when you talk about the hype from the media for England. And one thing I'll say is we were talking about Portugal earlier. I'm talking about Ronaldo this, Ronaldo that. If Ronaldo is taken out, Portugal can perform. I think England has a similar problem that Portugal has. The only difference is Portugal's issue is just on one player. The issue with England is it's on several players. It's coming from the coach, which is similar to Portugal's anyways. But I think the coach is pressure to play a certain system, pressure to play some certain players. Like you mentioned, Foden. Foden so far has been subpar in this tournament, and I think he shouldn't be starting this game. You mentioned Palmer. Palmer, we saw what he did for Chelsea. We saw what the little flicks of trickery that he does when he comes on. I personally think Palmer should be starting. Where he starts is left to the coach to decide.
That's the point. Can Palmer play on the left? Because Saka has to play on the right. That's it for Saka. You have to play
Well,
Saka.
Palmer
So
can play.
you're going to
Palmer
play.
can play behind the striker, which I understand Bellingham is the issue.
You
That's
have
the thing.
Watkins. That's the problem. You have Watkins. You have Ivan Toney, and you're going to bench Watkins and Ivan Toney and play Palmer behind Harry Kane.
But this is the problem. We are speaking like the media. Regardless of what happens, someone has to be on the bench.
Exactly.
They can't
That's why
all play.
Southgate has to make his decision and stand by it and take the responsibility for
Yes,
it.
I agree.
Right?
But let's make it clear. Not Southgate. Foden so far hasn't been doing the job on that left. Can Palmer play on the left? We don't know. Maybe he can. Maybe this left for the coach to see. Now, even if Palmer doesn't play on the left, Palmer can play behind the striker, or it is a way to tweak the system to accommodate Palmer playing in the midfield along with Bellingham, with and what's his name, Rice behind them. Somewhere what I'm saying is, even if Palmer doesn't start, I just think Foden starting may be a problem. You understand? The whole pressure from the media saying, "Oh, Saka should play left back," and he eventually moved Saka to the left back. I have an issue with that. I have an issue with when the media
I
is
think
saying,
that was to accommodate their gap in the left back. Or
I
Trippier was tired and he couldn't
I
carry
get
it.
it.
Saka
But
is the
what I'm
only,
trying to say is this.
and I think Luke Shaw will be back. So
Okay, hopefully. But the point I'm trying to drive home is this. If you are doing a job as a manager and the world is complaining, play Saka left back, start Palmer, do this. This is what we are doing right now. And you keep doing everything they are saying. It started with bench strength, you understand? I have a problem with that. It means you don't have a mind of your own. That's what I'm getting from it. I think, like you said, Southgate should make a decision and stick to it. Now, I don't have an issue with Foden playing on the left. If that's what he wants to do, fine, you understand. But he's been falling for what the media has been saying so far. Everything the media says, he does it. You understand? Now, the most recent gist is Trent has to play, Trent has to play, Trent has to play. I won't be surprised if Trent starts this game. And we all know
So
Walker is right back.
here's what I'm going to say about the England team, right?
Yeah, yeah.
For me, what I've seen is, and I agree with you when you say you have to be strong enough as a manager to stick to your principles, to play what you believe, to stick to your guns. Both you and Bjorn have said that. However, I think there's just some times when there might be decisions that the manager takes, and
Mm-hmm.
we're like, I don't know about that. Like, that's a silly decision. Like, why on earth would you do that? And then we watch the game and we're like, okay, not bad. Like, we saw that last season with Bellingham, Rodrigo, and Vinicius. We're like, really?
Yep.
Bellingham at false nine? Like, why would you play Bellingham there? But then he popped up with 20 plus goals, and we're like, oh, okay, I guess that worked. We saw England in the first game. Everybody was like, "Oh, you shouldn't play Trent there. Like, what are you doing? You have Trippier and Foden at left. Like, that's not working." And we watched the whole game for 90 minutes. It didn't work. And then we went to the second game and we're like, "Okay, he's decided to go with it again. Okay, sure. He's sticking to his guns. Let's see." And again, it didn't work, right? And then he dropped Trent and played Menu. And what did we say? We're like, "Yeah, that seems to be a better fit for England." So I think here's going to be my prediction. If Southgate makes bold decisions, I think he's going to have to go away from his core principles because how he wants to set up, he doesn't currently have the players available to fit his system. And I think he has to make a bold decision if he wants to beat Switzerland. If he sticks with the same approach he's been going against, I think he will lose to Switzerland.
Okay, let me say something real quick. You made
Yeah, Charles, 30 seconds and Bjorn will
it.
wrap us up.
30 seconds, I'll give a prediction. You made a statement saying Southgate did this, Southgate and it didn't work. It didn't work. Technically, it worked because he won the games. Southgate hasn't lost the game so far in the Euros. So,
He won
I,
one game in the group stages and drew two. Just correction, but go
but he
ahead.
won, he won his
He
group.
didn't
He won the
lose.
knockout game.
That you can put it as he didn't lose.
You can say it that way, but he won the group. That's the core of the matter. Now, let's go to predictions. I think Southgate wins 2-1. He's going to squeeze it
Okay.
through, but 2-1 for England.
Okay.
I think
We'll see.
Switzerland wins this game 2-1.
I'll put mine on the fence. It depends on how Southgate
I,
sets up
I don't see the confidence and the
from the
charisma
England team.
believe from that English team to even they are not showing that. So I think they're gonna get
Bellingham could pop up with something again. You never
limited
know.
Never know.
unless things change. So and when I say things change, you're gonna need more of these individual players to step up.
Awesome.
Anyway,
All right.
it's been fun. It's been great. Thank you guys for being back. We have the full squad today, the ABC crew.
Yeah.
Our subscriber fans continue to share the video, subscribe like this. We'll be back for the semifinals. Enjoy your weekend. The game is going to start soon. Spain, Germany.